guys, welcome to Covert Narcissist 101. I'm Kate. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for subscribing. And if you haven't subscribed, please do. Don't forget to hit the bell so you know when I upload more videos. Also like and share as well. Guys, what do the kids really think about the covert narcissist? What do they think about the covert narcissist? You know, I know we talked about this a couple of times where we say the kids kind of feel the positive vibe that comes from you and feels the negative vibe usually that comes from the narcissist. And this is exceptionally true. A couple of weeks ago, this is why I wanted to do the video, my son, he's 12, and I believe we were talking about, I think it was a family picture or something on the wall, and he was saying how people look, so they love each other. They look like they all love each other in the picture, And then he said, unlike dad, who thinks that you can buy love? And I'm like, what? Like he came out of nowhere. It's like, yeah, he thinks you can buy love. And he had this, he did like the air quotes with the love thing. And I'm looking at him like, what is going on? Where are they getting this from? Because, like we talked about, you don't really tell the kids the narcissist doesn't actually love them for real. Or you let them figure it out, because they will, start aligning words with actions. And you don't actually sit and vent to the kids, of course, because you don't want to put that burden on them about the narcissist. Not that the narcissist is not talking, because they are busy on that side telling the kids everything about you, So for him to come out and say that, and then the next thing that threw me off that he said was, do you think, Mom, do you think me and my sister are gold diggers if we tell him what he wants to hear, if we tell him we love him, and so that he can buy us stuff? I'm like, I actually I didn't know which direction to take that. I said, what do you mean? It's like, yeah, because we just tell him what he wants to hear, so that way he can let us get what we want, or get us what we're asking him to get us. So it got me thinking. I'm like, the narcissist goes every day thinking that somehow they are fooling everybody, because, all of us are stupid. And of course, most definitely the kids. Obviously, if they're fooling us adults, or they think they're fooling us adults, obviously they're fooling the kids. So for them to be doing what they're doing and not know that kids actually seeing through all of this, So now they are in a place where they feel like they figured out that this person doesn't want my input on anything. This person doesn't want my opinion on anything. This person doesn't want anything that I have to say, because they believe whatever they say is the word. That is the law. So there's no point trying to, voice my opinion here, because they're not going to take it. So to have peace, or to have no argument whatsoever, to have them not yell at me, to have them not scream or argue with you, I would just tell them what they want to hear. I would just agree with you. And that's what ended up happening with us and the kids and the narcissists. While you were living with them, or if you're still with them, you realize that most of the time that's what you avoiding things, so you don't talk about them. And you see the kids now, as you're co-parenting, that's kind of like how they start resolving this issue, for themselves, because they figured out this person doesn't want to hear what I want to say. So if I can just, because that's what the narcissist wants. The narcissist wants for you to take whatever they tell you. And kids, apparently, are learning to, let me just say what he wants. Let me just say what she wants. So we don't have to have any kind of issue. We don't have to have any kind of talk. All right, that's what you want us to do. Okay, that's fine. So the kids go with that. And that's how the kids are thinking about these people. It's like, okay, I figured you don't want us to have a discussion. So because they're kids, you're expected to listen to your parents. You're expected to listen to your elders and pay attention to what you're told, or do what you're told. They decide to do that. So they come to the point where I'll just do what you tell me to do. I'll just say whatever you want me to say, and I'll give you so that I can get what I want from you. That's it. That's where the kids are now. That's how the kids are trying to survive. Because now, as they're young, they will do this because now they can verbally say, I don't want to do that, I'm not doing that, or I'm not going, So they decide to adjust. And this person wants to hear, this is what I want to hear, that's what I'm going to tell them. So that we can, move on. I don't want them to yell at me. I don't want them to scream at me. So I'll tell him, even though they know that, that might be wrong, or that really don't know what they want to do, So for him to ask me if I think his sister and him and his sister are gold diggers, because they're just telling him what he wants to hear so that they can get what they want. So you realize your kids and the covert narcissist, your kids are, they adopt the survival thing to make this okay for themselves. And that's how they figure this, Obviously, they're not expecting much from the narcissist. They are not expecting a kind of dialogue, conversation. No, because the narcissist is a one-way discussion. They tell you what to think. They tell you what to respond. That's it. They don't need your input in it. And you'll be surprised, and we think that the kids are not understanding this, but they are obviously like, I see this because I've never sat down to have this kind of conversation with them. But so it threw me for a loop when he mentioned that. So I'm like, wow. So yes, the kids are really getting it. They're seeing it. They're seeing it, and they're understanding what is going on. They're understanding what is going on. And to make this okay for themselves, they view them as, this is what we need to do now to survive. Which is what we need to do now to, deal with this person. Obviously, as the older they get and the more they can be able to say what they want, or no matter how much lies the narcissist is telling them about you, or how much, manipulations they're doing, they seem to see through all of this. And that's because you spend most of your time with them on your own side, trying to show much more than talk, because narcissists all talk. And like I said, you watch the kids, they start trying to align words with actions, and it never really meets when the narcissist is concerned. And of course, the narcissist is thinking, everybody's stupid, nobody's seeing it, nobody's paying attention to what I'm doing, I'm smarter than everybody else, they're not going to catch what I'm doing. But the kids do. I can tell you that the kids, I'm sure that your kids are catching on to this, but it doesn't stop the narcissist from trying to assume that, as the kids get older, that somehow they are still infants, so they are still toddlers that don't get it. Even at that age, infants and toddlers, the kids always lean away from this negative vibe. They don't know what it is, but they always lean away from this, negative vibe. But the narcissists will rather pretend that the kids, as they're getting older and seeing all this through these manipulations, through the lies, through the, the stuff they have going on, projections and whatever it is they're saying about you, smear campaign that they're doing over there on that side. And it maybe comes to your side, you don't really spend that much time trying to talk about the narcissist, which is a good thing. When you're with the kids, you're with the kids. You don't bring the narcissist in there. But best believe, obviously, when the kids are over there with the narcissist, yeah, they're talking about you. Hey, they're narcissists talking about you. And they never really stop. So even if it's a one comment, one negative comment about you will be made, best believe, to the children. They will do that. But if you're over here showing the kids what it is, to love, not what the narcissist is saying, and the kids obviously are seeing through this. And I can tell you, I believe me, I was shocked, him asking me that question and him making that comment. He thinks he can buy love, and he did it in air quotes, love. buy he think he can buy it. The kids are watching, guys. They actually get it. they actually get it. They're seeing through it. So all we can do is to keep, doing more than saying. Follow up the action, or follow up the words with action, because that's one thing the narcissist would never do. All right, guys, get a hold of your mind, and everything's fall into place. Please like and share. Take care.